everybody, you know what time it is. It's lunchtime with the Habit Master. I'm your host, Dr. Stephanie Aldrich, and I help people change their bad habits. When you change your habits, you change your life. Today is Famous Friday, and I got a good one for you today. We are going to talk about 6 habits that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson has. Okay? Look at this guy. I found a picture of him. Hubba hubba. God, look at those muscles. That guy is so huge. Wonder how much he eats every day, right? That's a good habit I need to look into. Anyways, so Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock. He was born in 1972. He played football for the University of Miami, and they won the national championship in 1991, which is the same year that I graduated from high school. Trivia fact for you. He became a professional wrestler, and that's how you know him as The Rock. He kind of developed that persona, and if you didn't know this, his dad and grandfather were also professional wrestlers. So if you didn't know that, you know that now. And that's kind of how he went into the family business to get his start. Later, after injuries and just getting a little bit older in the business and not wanting to, get rocked around all the time, he had a pretty bad knee injury too. He decided to get into film and movie. He also has his own production company. It's called the $7 Production, and they are starting to make movies and do all kinds of shows and things like that. So let's get right into it. 6 habits that The Rock has had and has developed over time to make him a super mega star. Successful, wealthy, and healthy, and having loving relationships, tons of friends, and is well loved around the world. Okay, number 1, build a great team around you. The Rock can't do it all, right? The more successful he has become, he has gotten people around him that helps take things off of his plate. So especially if you're a small business owner, right? If you want to start, scaling your business, you want to start increasing your profits, increasing your sales, all of this, you can't be just one person and do it all. You have to have a team around you. I know for myself, I can't answer the phone, I can't make people's appointments, I can't bill insurance, I can't do all of the things that I as a dentist and a small business owner can do. I have to have help, right? And that's where I have people around me that take a lot of things off of my plate so I can focus on what I am there to do, which is do dentistry, right? The Rock does the same thing. He's an actor, he's a businessman. He cannot handle all kinds of stuff at the same time. He has a team around him that takes a lot of things off of his plate so that he can then go out into the world and be The Rock, right? Hold on here. I think my phone's about ready to die. Okay. The number 2 is he told everybody, he told people in an interview, it was I think one of the Oprah interviews, be yourself. So when he first started wrestling, he was some character named Rocky something, okay? And after a while, people started hating him because he was fake, he was always smiling, and, he'd get his butt beat. And, people just knew that this was totally fake. He was a terrible actor, and they just didn't want to, deal with him. So they hated him. So he got injured. He hurt his knee. Went through rehab, surgery, all of that. Came back, and he decided that he wanted to play by his own rules. Okay? He didn't have to worry about what his dad did and what his grandfather did or their personalities. He was like, you know what? I'm kind of a cocky asshole. And that's how I'm going to be on stage. And people loved it. He was confident. He had a swagger to him. And because he was himself, and people could see that, they could feel it, they could sense it, he became one of the most loved and successful wrestlers of all time. He had won more championships. He had been in more appearances. Most of the things that he was in, hey BJ, most of the shows that he was in were some of the highest grossing shows and most popular shows of all time. So it goes to show you that if you can be yourself, and if you're cocky, if you're shy, if you're funny, whatever you are, be yourself. People will either resonate with you or they won't. You want the ones that do. And even the haters, you want them too, because that makes you feel like you are on point and they're either resonating with you or they're not. Number 3, change the rules. When he was playing football for the University of Miami, those guys became number 1 because they did what they needed to do to be successful. So they would go over, he told a story in an interview that I saw, where they were in another team's place. And instead of just doing their normal practice or whatever, they started creating chants about the other team, that they were going to beat them, that they were, a bunch of sissies, and, they didn't know how to play football and all this stuff. They were getting in their heads. They used their own mental capacity, their own brawnness, right? Their own, creativity to get in those other people's heads and say, you know what? You're not going to beat us. We're going to work harder than you, but we're also going to know that we have confidence in ourselves, and we're going to beat you down. And that's what he said that he uses in everything that he does, is his confidence. And he sets his own rules. His dad told him, nope, don't be a wrestler. And he said, this is my gut. I need to do it, right? Number 4, walk the walk. This kind of goes into the same realm as, being yourself. But if you're cocky, be freaking cocky. Right? I know I'm successful. I make lots of money. I'm doing the right thing. I'm studying all kinds of mental clarity things and things to improve myself. I don't have to prove it to anybody. I have my doctorate. I have 2 businesses. I'm an author. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an investor. I'm a dentist. I'm a small business owner. I'm a mom. I don't have to prove that to anybody. I am all of those things. You can do the same thing. Walk the walk. Be the person that you want to be. If you want to be healthy, right? If you want to be wealthy. Do what you have to do. Be authentic. Be yourself. If you have a certain hobby that you like, explore that hobby. If you want to play in a band, get some buddies and start a band. And do it. Hey, hon. So, walk the walk. Be true to yourself. And nobody can ever say anything bad about you. Number 5, listen to your gut. When Dwayne didn't get drafted, he went and played a half a season before he was cut, right, in the Canadian League. And he went to his dad and he's like, I think I want to go into the family business, right? His dad and grandfather, remember, were wrestlers. And his dad goes, absolutely not. He goes, you are going to ruin everything that you've worked for up until now. Your career, he's like, let's pursue football. You don't want to get into the family business. And Dwayne was like, you know what, Dad? He's like, either you're going to train me or I'm going to go somewhere else. But in my gut, this is what I feel like I have to do. And so his dad was like, okay, I'll train you. And that was his start into the wrestling circuit. When you feel like you need to make a change, when you feel like maybe your career path isn't the right career path, don't be afraid to listen to that inner voice. Listen to the gut. Is that God talking to you? Is that the universe talking to you, or higher spirit? Something is telling you that what you're doing or feeling or acting or believing is not the right thing. Listen to it. Too many people, it's not a really loud voice, but you feel it. You feel that, hey, I want to pursue this business. I'm going to scrap being this person and be the person that I want to be. Don't be afraid to do that. Yes, it's going to be difficult. Yes, you're going to be broke for a little while. Yes, it's going to take a lot of sweat, blood, and tears. But in the end, you will feel awesome. You will feel proud. And you will be happy that you made that change, that you listened to that inner voice, and that you are experiencing the life that you truly want. And it's different for everybody. Don't go along with whatever mom and dad says, or your spouse, or your friends, or whatever. What is it for you? And do it. Don't be afraid to do it. Walk the walk and listen to your gut, right? The last thing is number 6. All you need is one person to believe in you, to see the potential in you, for you to do miraculous things. For him, it was his high school football coach. He was kind of a punk kid. He had been arrested for doing stupid stuff, stealing and, just petty stuff. And his high school football coach, because he was a big, strong kid, right? He had a little bit of an attitude. He's like, I see potential in you. I think you could be great at football. And look what happened. If that one person did not believe in him, that he had potential, that he could turn his life around and be a good person and do something worthwhile, he may not be the person that he is today, and probably wouldn't be. All you need is that one person. So for you and I, can you be that person to somebody else? Can you believe in that person? Could it be your child? Could it be your spouse? Could it be just some kid or somebody off the street that you don't really know very well, but could you take them under your wing, be the mother hen, and tell them that they can do what they want to do? You see the potential in them. Anything's possible. You just have to think it and then act it and do it. Can that be you? I don't know, but that's something to strive for. I know for me, I would love to, help you guys if you ever have any issues trying to, fix your habits, trying to maybe lead a different life or improve something in your life. Go to thehabitformulabook.com and grab a copy of my book. It's free, okay? I hope everybody has a great weekend, all right? Remember, you can check us out on Spotify and iTunes. Look for Lunchtime with the Habit Master shows so you don't miss any episodes. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Subscribe and follow. Got all kinds of awesome videos on there. So that's it for me today. Everybody have a great weekend. Thanks for watching, and let's build good habits together.
Want more money? Want to get into shape? Want a loving relationship? Okay, so why don't you have these things right now? The answer is habits. Your habitual behavior and thoughts are keeping you stuck right where you are. So how to get past your habits? You've got to open your routine to different thoughts and actions. When you do this, you start to get different results. It really is that simple. But most people don't stick with the changes long enough to benefit from the results. This is where the habit formula comes into place. The habit formula looks at the origin of habits and how they form. Then it takes the next step in showing you how to hang in there long enough to see the results you want. Want to learn more? Go to thehabitformulabook.com and grab your free copy. That's right, it's free. Go to thehabitformulabook.com. Find out how hundreds of other people around the world have used the habit formula to get the results they want. You don't need to be Einstein to figure this out. Go to thehabitformulabook.com today.